Do you want to see how I turn my white floor tiles from looking like this into this? Keep watching. Hello everyone, I'm GianArginel. Welcome to my channel, and I want you to join me in for today's video because today is the time of the year that I'm going to deep clean, re-whiten my white floor tiles. It's a yearly maintenance that I implement in our house to keep my floor immaculately white. So for today's video, I'm so excited guys because I'm going to show to you all of the steps on how I'm going to deep clean my tiles, how I'm going to re-whiten my grout, and I'm also going to share to you some quick and easy fixes on some minor damages on my tile. No hard to find products, no fancy machines, no expensive cleaning brands, just pure DIY. And I hope that this will going to help everyone, especially if you're dealing with the same situation as I am. But before we start, please subscribe to my channel for more DIY and home decors, and follow me on my Instagram account at GianArginel. And yeah, it's a couple of step process and a little bit time consuming, so let's go guys. So the first thing that we need to do is to clear out any furniture or appliances that is sitting onto the floor as much as possible so we can have a smooth workflow. You can also give your floor a nice sweeping to remove large particles of dirt, and it's also the best time to look for any damages or cracks on your tiles. Here in my tiles, I've found 3 tile damages that is a little bit on the minor side, I guess I could say. But anyway, I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix this without removing the whole tile itself and camouflage this minor damage on this tile. So the materials you need are quick set white grout, a small spatula, sandpaper, acetone, and a white nail polish. So let's tackle first the worst damage of them all, and this is the crack here at the intersection of this tile. So the first step is I took my screwdriver and I will try to pick up the loose pieces of my broken tile. Now I use a small brush just to dust off this void space just like shown. Next step is I mix a spoonful of grout with some water, just like how you mix it the usual way, 1:1 ratio. And then I just pour it inside to the hole to fill up the empty space, and it's okay to make it a little bit full because we can always remove the excess grout anyways. And after that, I just go ahead and carefully lay my loose pieces of my tile just like a jigsaw puzzle. I also back butter my tile for a sure adhesion, give some few taps to level it flat, and once I was happy on how it looks, I just leave it to dry for about 3 hours. This is such a small repair, so it dries very quickly guys. And after 3 hours, now that our tile is set, we can now remove some of the excess grout with some sandpaper. I also wipe it with some acetone to remove any oils or dirt onto my tiles. And then I just go ahead and use my white nail polish and apply it to the crack. This will going to make our crack water resistant and dust proof, and the color of the nail polish will going to camouflage the color of the grout. I just let my nail polish to dry for about an hour or so, and you can also sand it smooth once again and reapply a second coat if you want to, and we are done. So let's move on to our next tile damage. So here on our second tile damage guys, this damage is just a simple chip onto the edge of our tiles. Everything is intact and there is no loose pieces on the tiles. So the best way to fix this is by just painting it. So I just go ahead and took a cotton and some acetone and rubbed the surface of my damaged area to remove the oils and dirt into my tile. And then after that, I just went ahead and paint this with the same nail polish. Let this fully dry for about an hour, and that's it guys. So let's go on to our third damage. This next damage guys that I'm going to fix is a hole onto the middle of the tile. This is actually my fault. Way back last year guys, I accidentally dropped a hammer on this tile and the claw of the hammer just literally poked a hole onto this tile. I feel so bad about it guys. But anyways, I just used a screwdriver to dig out all of the dirt that enters to this hole. This damage of my tile is actually located here on our kitchen, so it really gathers a lot of dirt particles here. So after that, I just literally fill up this hole with grout and I just let it dry for about 3 hours. And then I seal it again with this thick coat of nail polish. Let this to fully dry likewise, and that's it guys. And these are the end result of our repair guys. Of course, this is not 100% perfect, but since it is all white, and it's far from your eyes, unless you're going to look at it too close or you're going to find it, you won't even going to notice it anyway. And comparing to the effort that you're going to do if you're replacing the entire tile, this quick fix is much easier and inexpensive option. So I'm really satisfied on how this turned out. So now that we are done doing our repair, we can now proceed to our next step, which is the cleaning of our tiles. So to clean our tiles, what you need for this step is obviously water, basin, scoring pad. You can also use a scoring pad holder if you want to, a cleaning brush, and you're also going to need some Domex Ultra Thick Bleach, Zonrox Original Bleach, and Zonrox Color Safe Bleach. Probably you're going to say, what? You're going to mix 3 kinds of bleach onto this concoction? Yes guys, but trust me guys, this is so effective and this will going to make our tiles 100% clean. So I just fill my basin with a half a liter of water and I just mix up approximately 5 tablespoons of Zonrox bleach, 5 tablespoons of Domex Thick bleach, and 5 tablespoons of Zonrox Color Safe bleach. And then I just use my brush just to mix it up the solution very well. So I just started onto the inner part of our house, which happens to be our kitchen, and I just go ahead and started to dip my scoring pad on my cleaning solution and give this tile a good scrub. I also scrub all of the corners because that's where you can really see all of the accumulated dirt. And it's also a good idea to wear the oldest clothes on this kind of project because it's going to be very messy guys. You're going to work with bleach and of course you don't want to have a bleach splattered onto your clothes. And I would also recommend that you use gloves guys and also a protective footwear. And obviously I'm not practicing what I preach. But keep in mind guys, this bleaching solution is for me is very mild. I'm not sensitive to bleach at all, so I'm very okay with this. But if you're going to try this, I would highly recommend that you're going to use your protective equipments. And after that guys, I also took my brush and scrubbed all of the grout lines to really remove all of the dirt, especially onto the grout. Now that I'm done brushing all of my grout, the next step guys is we're going to rinse our floor. So I just fill up my mop bucket with water and start to rinse my floor. And then I just went ahead guys and repeat the process until my floor is squeaky clean. So now guys, honestly I'm a little bit hesitated to show to you this thing that I have encountered because this is actually a fail, but I decided to show it to you anyway. So let's go guys and I'll show it to you. So this is the problem that I told to you guys. We have rust stains over here. So this stain came from this gas cylinder right here because this is sitting here on this spot because this is where our island bench cooktop is located. So what I did guys is I cleaned first the whole area with some cleaning solution. And then after that I took my tissue paper, baking soda and vinegar, and I sprinkled some baking soda on the area where the rust penetrates onto the tile. And then after that, I went ahead and poured a decent amount of vinegar on the top of the tile and let it bubble. And then I covered with some tissue paper and add some vinegar again to really make it soak for about 30 minutes. And after that, guys, this is what happened. It doesn't work. So guys, I don't know, maybe it needs more time to soak for it to be removed. And this is the reason why I'm hesitating to show you this. But I still decided to show it to you guys because you know, sometimes things doesn't go according to plan. And that's the truth when you're doing any project. But actually guys, there's a chemical called Metal Bright. And I know for sure that this will going to remove the rust stain on this tile. But I don't want to spend a lot of money on this small amount of stain. So anyway, the gas cylinder will going to be returned here again. Basically, you won't even going to see it. So guys, this is actually a fail, but I will still move on. So I just go ahead and give this tile a rinse and let this dry truly. And to prevent it for more rust, I just place a rug underneath the bottom of my cylinder so it will not get a direct contact on the tile anymore. And for now guys, that's pretty much okay for me. But guys, if you have any idea on how I'm going to remove this rust stain on this tile on a more budget-friendly way, leave me a comment below guys, and for sure I will try it. So let's go now and let's continue cleaning guys. So going back to our DIY guys, I just went ahead and do the same process here at the corner before the landing of our staircase. I guess this is what it's called guys, but anyways, I just go ahead and do the same process that I did to my kitchen, just like shown earlier, making sure that I give this floor its well-deserved deep clean. And then after that guys, I rinse it with a mop twice and let this dry. So hello guys, my sweat pours at this moment, but I'm so happy because I've already finished cleaning my tiles onto the kitchen area and to the staircase area, and it literally took me about 3 hours to do all of this, but we are not done yet guys. So now that our floor is clean and it's already dry, we can now proceed to our next step, which is whitening our grout. So let's go guys. So the next step guys is we're going to paint now our grout. So the materials you need for this step is a small disposable container, fine tip brush, and a middle-sized flat brush, a damp cloth, and a white gloss latex paint. Probably you're saying, what? That's so hard, are you kidding? But I'm telling you guys, this is very easy than what you think. And this step guys is the one that will really make this tile looking like it's brand new again. So to paint our grout lines is just so simple. I just go ahead and pour a small amount of paint onto my container, and after that I took a fine tip brush and started painting my grout lines just like shown. And I'm not being too precious about this application guys, because any paint that will go into the tile will be easily wiped off with this damp cloth. I just paint my grout lines by square sections, and I painted 3 to 4 tiles before I wipe the excess paint off. Because naturally ceramic tile is smooth and non-porous, so the paint will be easily come off once you give it a wipe with a damp cloth. I must admit guys that it's a little bit tedious at first, but as you go along and get used to it, you're going to be more faster doing this step. And if it happens that your paint dries before you wipe it off, don't you worry guys, because the paint will going to be removed over time when you mop it wet, or just scrub it a little more harder using your damp cloth, or you can also use a flat edge like a ruler to scrape it all off. So I just go ahead and continue this process until I paint all of my grout lines. And guys, because my wall is also white, I also go and paint the edge of my walls for about 3 to 4 inches, and this really makes our floor more crisp. I really don't mind the white border onto the edge guys, because I'm going to be painting my walls white on the near future anyways. This is also one of the reasons why I choose white tiles guys. It's because we don't have any baseboards installed in our house, and because my wall is white and so as my floor, I can somehow get away with it. And of course, having baseboard would really give my house a more nicer architectural look, but for now, I'm really satisfied with this look. And it's been 5 years since we have installed this floor guys, and honestly, I'm not really feeling the need that our walls need some baseboard. I also want to mention guys that the paint that I use on this project is Davis Gloss White Latex Paint, and I choose glossy because glossy paint is the most resilient finish when it comes to being stain resistant. Glossy finish paint will also seal our grout, so it will not absorb too much water, dirt, or mud. And lastly, this will going to make our grout lines white again, giving it an illusion that our tiles is new, because new tiles often leave attributes with a clean grout. Now that I'm done with our kitchen area, now we can go ahead guys and proceed to the staircase area. So I just continue painting my grout lines over here, and same as what I did to my kitchen, I will also going to paint the borders onto my wall. So hello guys, this is now I think the 8th day after I started off this floor tile project. This took me so long because I've been on and off in doing this project guys. So earlier this day I have just completed making over our floor tiles, but just a little bit of a recap on what happened. 5 days ago guys, I continue cleaning off my dining room, which is the most easiest part of this project because there are some sections there onto my dining room which is not that so dirty. The grout is still white, so I just give it a nice clean, and I only repainted the area where it only needs to be repainted. And then fast forward guys, after 2 days, I decided to continue. That's the time that I go and do my flooring at my living room, and just likewise, I also do the same process guys. And it took me 4 to 5 hours to complete my living room, which is not bad. I mean, taking the consideration that there's a lot of furnitures that I need to move, and it is the largest part of our house, so I think I did a pretty good job in doing this. And then on the next day, guys, I went ahead and do my entryway slash office area. This is where I am now today. This area is fairly small but the most high traffic one, so I take a lot of time in whitening, especially on cleaning this part. And I also repainted my grout as well. So after all of the hard work done, we are now in the present time, and I am now officially done on deep cleaning, re-whitening, repairing, and painting out our white floor tiles. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to show you the final result in 3, 2, 1. So, hello you guys. Now I'm laying down on my floor, just enjoying the cleanliness and whiteness of it. But before I say goodbye, guys, please subscribe to my channel for more DIY and home decors, and also follow me on my Instagram account at GianArginel. And yeah, oh my god, I think I'm really getting old. You know what I mean? Simple things that makes you happy, right? So, thank you so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye, guys. Oh.